Good afternoon and welcome to the June 10th edition of the bi-weekly CSM update. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to some time together in Asilomar. I want to start off this week with some recognition. We've got two shout outs this week. The first is for Debbie McCaffrey, who was an all-around superstar in the last week. First, she helped set up an OEC REC training, followed up by providing a lot of assistance for the gas event that we just had in Patterson, and then finished that up with doing an emergency last-second outreach to Diamond Pet Foods in Stockton when they had some issues going on their circuit during a heat wave. And basically, she was able to get that customer to shed a little bit of load, about 1 megawatt, for about 2 hours, and that allowed all the other customers in the area to stay online and give M&C enough time to install an additional capacitor bank and make some repairs to their circuit. So she basically saved the day last week. Also wanted to thank Sonia Cesares. She's on the commercial, institutional, and high-tech CSM team. She's just been doing a great job continuing to place a lot of efforts to show PG&E's community presence. She's been volunteering her time in a number of areas in the second quarter and continues to demonstrate her willingness to support her local communities in the San Jose DLT team. So she was an active part in the Arbor Day activities back in April, the Silicon Valley Latino Leadership Summit at Stanford, and Bike to Work Day in May. So we just really want to thank Sonia for all her continual efforts to support our local communities. Quick tip here. Many of you have probably seen it, but some have not, that now if you need access to any PG&E facilities, the way to do that isn't about me. So in the written version, I've included some instructions, but I just did it myself. Super easy. You just go in there, search for the location you want. It'll send off the approval to your boss, and once they hit approve, you've already gotten access to that facility. I remember it used to take 2 to 3 weeks back in the day with the old approach, so this is much better. The next is for local and segment CSMs. Hopefully you saw the email, but we were actually just able to get approval and access given for all of you for the Enterprise Secure File Transfer System. All that means is when you're sending big stuff that's too big for email, like 10 megabytes up to 1 gigabyte, a lot of the interval data files are pretty big. We now have a way to do that and send it directly to our customers. So they're going to verify everyone's profiles are set up correctly, and I just viewed a demo today. It's pretty much as easy as logging in and using a normal email system, and at the end of the day, it just shoots that customer you want a link, and then they can start using that. So look for some training on that in the very near future. Also, this is for the CRMs and CSMs. Trying to figure out, remember who works where and with what team. We just designed a segmentized roster, and so this actually combines the people from various employee teams, so the CRMs and CSMs and CRM managers, supervisors, and CSM leadership into one tab. And so you can go in and look at ag and food processing, for an example, see all the reps, rep supervisors, CSMs, and CSM supervisors. The other thing we're adding is another document that shows all the CSM's areas of expertise. So if you're trying to get stuck on something and trying to figure out, man, which other CSM might have some expertise in this particular area, you can look at this document and it should help that reference for you. So hope to have both of those coming out by the time the next bi-weekly update comes out. But just wanted to give you a heads up that that's something we're currently working on right now, and we'll get that out to you soon. As far as action items, this is for everybody. Don't forget June 17th, that's next Friday. That's the date to have all your self-evaluations completed. I know it does seem like it's coming up very soon, but just want to remind you that this is just the mid-year one where you have to do just an overall rating and an overall competency selection. So you don't have to write details and ratings for every single competency and every single goal. It's just one overall rating and overall comments. Process guides. We've got a new process guide that's linked here for all the reps and CSMs. It's how to use the focal point tool to do outage history requests, and it's super easy. I've used it myself. You can export the results into Excel, but basically once you get yourself set up, you just log in, put in a few different things you can search by, meter number, account, that sort of thing, and it'll pull that outage history for you. Couple quick reminders for the local and segment CSMs. Don't forget, bring your green shirt, their CSM shirts, to show your support of our team at the upcoming Beach Olympics in Asilomar. I know that there are some new CSMs on the local CSM team that don't yet have a shirt, and I'm sure at some point in time in the future we'll make some more, but I apologize we may not have any in time for you by this coming Tuesday. but if you can wear some sort of green shirt, if you don't have a CSM shirt, that'd be great. Also, for the segment CSMs, look for some information to come out real soon about our next quarterly in-person meeting on Tuesday, July 12th through Wednesday the 13th. And once I get that hotel information out to you, if you can go ahead and book it quick, that'd be good. It will be in San Luis Obispo, and this time of year, these hotels book up quick. Lastly, on non-core, Jill Adams, our non-core gas specialist, just hosted the second option of the non-core gas training this past Tuesdays. Since failure to curtail for non-core customers has actually been identified as one of the top risks for the customer care organizations, we do need all reps with non-core customers to have either attended one of the webinars or watched the recording of it. So in the written version of the biweekly update, I've attached a link to the email Jill sent out that has both the notes and a link to the recording. When you do watch the recording, it will actually verify that you've taken it, and so we really look to have everyone who has a non-core customer to have at least watched that webinar if they weren't able to attend. So that's it. I know we're all working pretty hard right now. Just a quick reminder, St. Francis of Assisi, he said, start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. So, you know, all the little steps and the little things we do add up to make a big difference. I really appreciate everyone's efforts and energy right now, and look forward to continuing to work with you in the near future. Have a great weekend.